Hey YouTube, and I'm back with another Baddies review. So now we're on episode 10 of season 3. This episode is called Messy Bestie, and the descriptions used to write it was, an upset Natalie turns on her friend. So we pick up the ladies at dinner, and Stunna says she wants to fight Biggie and Tommy. And Tommy's like, okay, let's settle this at home, not in the restaurant. She's like, do what you gonna do, but stop talking. And she tells Biggie to stop going back and forth. She's like, Biggie, like, where are we from? Biggie was like, the East Coast. She was like, do we talk? Biggie was like, never. So Krishan asked Stunna like, so what? We can't come back because she dropped you. And Stunna nods her leg and Stunna nods her head and she's like, correct. We can't come back from that. So Biggie starts mean mugging Stunna, and the whole table is like getting like really scared. They're like, "You look a little psychotic, like you're being a sociopath." And Stunna asks what she wants to do. So Scotty's like, "I just want everybody to shut up and eat. I just want everybody to shut up and eat." And Stunna's like, "Okay, well, whatever." And she's like, "Biggie, you do all that." She's like, "You only speak Spanish for TV." She's like, you do that like uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis for TV. You don't do that in the house, which is very funny to me because it came off as like Stunna, like, cause Stunna when she was like, I'm part Mexican or whatever, like she definitely comes off as like somebody that is like non-Spanish speaking. And I'm not gonna say it was jealousy, but Stunna can't speak Spanish either. I could tell by the way she was counting. Everything seems like all good at this point, sort of. And then Rock dips her finger in Natalie's mashed potatoes. And Lo was like, okay, if that was my little, she's like, if that was my little sister, she ain't putting things in my mashed potatoes, she gonna get the like one, two, three. And I was like, eh. I think if I put my fingers in my actual sister's potatoes, like she wouldn't have said anything. But I get it, I get it. Um, she would have said something, but she wouldn't have been that mad. So then Biggie starts being like, this TV stuff is weird, yo. And she's like, this TV stuff is weird, yo. Rock, you know you want to let it go. And mind you, Stunna has already said that she's not letting it go. So I don't know why they're like all on Biggie for not letting it go. Like I get it, like she's dragging it, but also Stunna is like, I'm not letting it go. So why does Biggie have to let it go? So then that's like, okay, y'all keep your energy up. We still have to host to make money. She's like, let's toast to a good time. Like cheers. So they're all like getting ready to get on the bus. Natalie's outfit is a little like, I don't know, it's a weird. Um, but I still think that Stunna was the worst dressed this episode. At least at dinner, she turned it around real quick, but at dinner, she's wild. Um, so everybody gets on the bus. Lowe's like the energy is iffy because she feels like she wants to turn up, but then she has to be on ready at all times. And Lowe is just thinking about the bigger picture. And they start scrolling around to the girls on the bus. Rolly goes up front with Stunna this time. She says she wants her to be with the cast more. Stunna's like, yeah, they locked me in my room. If they didn't, like, yeah. Lowe is like, I feel like it's everyone against Stunna, but she come in every situation hot. She's talking to the whole group. Um, and this is when Lowe is in the back, I believe. So Biggie is talking, and she's like, yo, like, I ain't got nothing against her. I want to see everybody eat, just not at my table. And Razor's like, I feel you, but like, don't fall into that trap. I fell into the trap. Don't fall into the trap like me. And Lo is like, you're stepping down to a peasant level. Like, she's like, don't do that. And then at that point, I know there's not Lo and Stunna beef, but like, I feel like if Stunna had actually heard Lo say that, there would have been a problem. Regardless of Lo just speaking in general, she's like, you're stepping down to a peasant level. She's directly talking to Biggie, so like, she is talking about Stunna in this situation. So it's very interesting to see Lo like sitting with Stunna later and like just talking. But the girls get off the bus for the club. Blue is there as always. He's like never on. He will never let Krishan be her own. And then it's their last night in Phoenix. Tommy looks really nice. She looks so cute in the confessional. I think I want to start rating their confessional looks because like the show is like iffy, but they do their thing in the confessional for the most part. So I might do that. But the looks don't change enough per episode for me too, which isn't like a real Zeus complaint because I think with other like say with like Bravo shows, like the confessional looks don't necessarily change every episode. I think they record like 5 or 6 confessional looks this season, but we'll see. Um, so Tommy looks super nice in the confessional. Krishan does her It's a Vibe all the time. And then I was like, okay, girl, like, we're ready for a new song. And like really like just in time because I think she dropped a new song on Monday and it's like I like it a lot. I'm gonna have to look. I can't remember the name right now, so I'm just gonna link it right here. But fire song. I wish she would have dropped it back when they were still recording for Baddies. So Stunna has so many quotable lines. She's just like it's. I don't know if I can say this. She's like it's A to P on this in this bitch, and she's like it's hella people. So the club is like super cool. There's multiple rooms. Room 1 is for it looks like it's for overflow. Room 2 is like the main club for performances. That's where the stage is. Um, Rolly is amazing. She saves this girl from crowd crush, or I think it might be called crowd rush. So she like stops Natalie from speaking on the mic. She got the girl out. She's like, we don't need any of that happening during tour, which is so true because that girl could have been unalived, and it would have, and that's bad. But then it also would have been on camera, and like also like Zeus would have been liable, Baddies could have been liable. Like it was, we don't want that. And also, we just don't want anyone to lose their life. And I'm just so happy that Rolly was like really cognizant of that. I feel like a lot of artists aren't. So Nat does her introductions again. As I said, like Lo looks amazing. She does like her same little like dip thing. She literally looks like Jessica Rabbit. Like she just looks so good. Like so good. Krishan performs by all time. The crowd's yelling. Stunna was like the two musketeers. She was like the two musketeers standing in the corner, and she's being like fat phobic some more. Natalie stands, which I actually didn't notice it the first time I watched it, but the third time I watched it, I saw that Natalie was standing between Biggie and Stunna intentionally, so Biggie wouldn't push off the stage. And at the same time, Tommy was encouraging Biggie to push Stunna off the stage. She's like, do your big one, like this her big moment. Let it be your big moment. Push her. I'm in my like producer bag too. Like I'm gonna be messy. So then Biggie doesn't actually push Stunna. She's just thinking about it. But I think Natalie really did like stop that from happening. Then they have a twerk contest. I'm just gonna say West Coast women cannot twerk. Not to be a hater, but it was like I didn't see enough like going in a circle. I didn't see anybody upside down. You know what I mean? I didn't see no girls like helping each other. Like it was, and then they head to room 3, which is for the meet and greet. The fans come and take pictures. They talk to everybody. Once that's wrapped up, they cut to them getting onto the bus. But this is actually after they've landed in Portland. Um, they ask Sky to play some music, and then Tommy's like, yeah, get on the aux. But then this part gets really weird because Biggie starts acting, she like starts bugging out. Like she was acting real funny. And she was like, Sky, don't piss me off, don't piss me off. And it was just out of nowhere. She was like, you drinking, you doing this. Like, she was like, come over here, bring that butt. It was like, it started out very weird just for her to be like, come here, like we're talking about your butt, like come over here. So everybody basically thinks Sky's butt is fake, and Sky's apparently like is real. Krishan's like, well, yeah, I think it's fake. I never asked you about it, but like, it looked fake. I think it's fake. She's like, but ask her. Sky's like, yeah, I just want to touch it. It's real. But she said it in a way that's like, she said it in a way that's coded like, it's not real. But if y'all gonna play like y'all don't know, I'm gonna play like I don't know. Kind of like people be like, oh, is that your real hair? When people have sew-ins, and people are like, I paid for it, so it's mine. But Stunna, Lo, and Kat are sitting up front now. I really like the red hair on Stunna. She looked so cute with her red hair. She had on a red bandana, combined with this hooded black Moncler coat. This was like one of the outfits of the episode for me. And this was a different day, so I feel like I can say that. But it was just like really like that was one of like the outfits. It looked so good. So then Lo says she feels Stunna sometimes, but like when she was done, particularly when she was done and Biggie just kept throwing slugs. And Kat's like, where does Sky go? This guy's back, like, shut up her butt. So Natalie starts getting mad that Krishan left and like went to another hosting, but Krishan is like, okay, I had another hosting. She was like, it's not like I didn't finish this hosting. And Tommy's like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, get your bag. So Tommy's like, yeah, like get your coin. If you get another bag, catch it. Like catch it. I'm not gonna stop you. So then Scotty drops her ginger ale on Lo's scarf, and Lo is like, this is the second ginger ale you dropped. This is my Louis scarf. I got this 10 years ago. You need to buy me a new one. You need to replace it. I was like, girl, you just get the thing dry clean. Like, you will be okay. And she picked up tissue to clean up the mess. Like, she was so unserious. And then Natalie's like, Krishan wants to be. So they come back to Natalie, and Nat's like, Krishan wants to be my little sister so bad. And she snatches Krishan's ginger ale, and Tommy makes her give it back. But like this like causes like a lot of commotion. And Natalie's like, I was holding it for her. I don't want her to steal it. And Krishan's like, girl, she's like, first of all, you too old for all that. And then she's like, you got makeup on, you look pretty, stop playing. And Nat's like, what are you talking about? You know what she's talking about. Like, that is a warning. When she said, you look pretty, stop playing. Come on. So she was like, yo, like, she's like, Nat, you're being aggressive right now. Like, how old are you? And Krishan like does shade her because Natalie's like, she was like, I share with you all the time. I was under the impression that I could just like share with you or whatever. And Krishan is like, yeah, you like that, but I don't like that. And she starts digging. She like throws shade at her, and she's like, before I get to digging, you already come off as a sharer. And I was like, I feel like that was like the like Natalie cheats on her husband like stuff. I feel like that's what she was like, the shade that she was throwing, but we'll see. And then Natalie's like, 5 times yesterday you made me feel some type of way. She was like, I said my knees are bothering me, and you were like, it's because you old, bitch. And everybody started laughing, including Tommy, who felt some type of way about Stunna calling her grandma, even though she is a grandma, like an actual grandma, not like old, like just an actual grandma. But anyway, everybody started laughing. I started laughing because, like, even when I played sports, I was like, even when I was 16, I'd be like, my knee hurt, I'm getting old. Like, it's not that big of a deal. And I think because Natalie is a little older, like, she loses that context, like, generationally, that we call ourselves old all the time anyway. But really, Natalie was basically like, Krishan, you called me old like 5 times or whatever. Like, I don't forget, whatever. And that's like Krishan's attitudes are coming out of nowhere. And Rolly's just like, let Natalie talk. And Natalie starts yelling, and she's like, I pray to you get to my age. Stuff's crazy out here. Krishan is like, here she go with that shit. And then Don is like, I don't know who Nat is talking about because it's in third person. She's like, put a name on it. So Krishan is like, if you don't call Nat out on the spot, she's gonna play with you. Then it's gonna hurt you worse in the future when she play with you. So I gotta do this. She was like, I love her. I'm her little sister still, but I'm not gonna let it slide. And then Nat's still walking around like, you're old 5 times on the PJ. 5 freaking times. Like, she's like just really hurt about this. She's heard about this. And it's like, if you feel like that, like, please just stop hanging around the cast and just be a producer. Like I say every single recap, just be a producer. Nat goes live as they pull up to the house, and Krishan is like, oh, so we live? Like, that's what we doing? So she tries to join in, and Nat blocks her and doesn't let her join in. So then Krishan comes to the back of the bus where everybody is, and she's like, I decided to come out here and enjoy myself because I'm with these girls. I didn't come here to fight. Scotty's like, what's going on, Rock? Being fake. Because, I mean, not being fake because they're recording for live, and you, like, I guess you have to pretend like you don't know what's going on with the show. But, so Scotty's like, what's going on, Rock? But I also don't think that she expected Rock to come on the live like that. Scotty's like, I don't listen when it comes to drama. I just zone y'all out. This isn't her confessional, and this is obviously after what happens with Natalie, and she just looks like kind of over all of it. And she's also like, I don't know if what y'all doing is real or fake. And Nat is just like yelling on the live. This is the infamous one where Krishan slaps her. And it just so happens that Stunna is actually blocking the shot where Krishan slaps her. And even on the live, I don't know if you can actually see contact happen. So who's to say whether it was real or fake just for the show? Like, what? But, that gets Natalie riled up. So she gets off the bus. But before that, she's like, why are you so disrespectful? Like, that's so disrespectful. Bro, on live? I ain't even... And then Krishan's... Natalie's, like, only mad about the slap happening on live, if I'm being honest with you. But then Krishan is like, in her confessional, she's like, I ain't even slap you that hard. You gonna hit back? You gonna hit back? So Natalie gets off the bus because she wants to square up with Krishan. She's like huffing and puffing. She's screaming. She's yelling for him to bring her off the bus, like bring that girl outside. And then Scotty gets off instead to come for Natalie. She's like, I go outside to check on my... And then Natalie like drags her. She's like she pushed her onto the bus. I didn't really see any punches go down, but they still have to go out after this. So this is kind of wild. They're gonna sell into the house in the next episode and then go out. Natalie looks kind of mad in the club, like at the trailer, and she looks like she has to get her composure together. But she also says that Scotty was laughing at her in the video. I don't think that's true, but we'll see. Stay tuned for next week's episode. And sorry that this video was late and my voice sounds like this because it's early. So bye.